was a 3-year period that probably changed the course of the Soybean Association. In '89, James Lee Adams was president, and we had a special meeting and convinced delegates to go for a national checkoff, soybean checkoff.
Every time we'd meet, we'd have all these great plans that needed to be implemented to market our products overseas and domestically, and all sorts of research projects, and we just had no way of even predicting what type of funds we were going to have each year.
From my standpoint, it was the needing to push a case for soybeans around the world. And you need money to do that. You need to advertise for it. You need to go on market promotion campaigns, and it takes more money than we were getting in.
We had a checkered checkoff. We had some states contributing some to a national group. We had some states not contributing to it. We had states at a penny. We had states at a half a cent. We just thought that we ought to make it more fair and more even across the United States if we were going to make it a viable national group.
We had a lot of people wanted to put back to traditional type checkoff for 1 cent or 2 cents a pound. Well, we were opposed to that from the start because we knew the multiplier effect was going to be there if you put the generated so much a percentage up. That's what we wanted.
I think we were fortunate. We had 2 individuals in front of me that were gentlemen from the South that knew how to deal with Southern legislators, and that was one of the keys.
I had some allies that were fantastic. One of them, Marlon Jorgensen from Iowa, and he would tamp down the folks in Iowa and calm them down and say, hey, you know, it's going to be good for us.
We just really became best friends because there were times when people were shooting at both of us. He said, I learned one thing when we were in Washington, D.C., that if you got 2 guys in a foxhole, if you both be soybean producers, you can get something done. That's why James Lee and I spent probably combination of 500 days in Washington, D.C. in those 2 years trying to get that accomplished.
When you start getting farmers together, it's a lot like putting frogs on a wheelbarrow. You get everything settled, you think, and all of a sudden somebody starts jumping because they don't like one particular item.
One of the biggest things that happened in '91 is that the National Checkoff went into effect and the United Soybean Board was formed. And so we had 2 soybean organizations with different duties, of course, but it took a little while to separate that out, who was supposed to be doing what, and with the hard work of a lot of people on my executive committee and some of the leadership on the USB side also.
We had no idea when we started proposing this checkoff that it would create the amount of dollars it did, because what happened was we moved the supply up and the demand up. It worked out so much better when I ever dreamed it would work.
It's a tremendous difference, and I think the Soybean Association and the Checkoff Board can be proud of what they've accomplished.